Good afternoon. My name is Drew Back, and I will be talking to you today about parts, types, proper uses, and sounds made with a duck call. The main purpose of a duck call is to duplicate the sound that a hen mallard makes whenever she is approaching land or just flying. What most people don't know is that hens, or females of the duck species, are the only sex that actually makes a noise. Males do not quack or make noises. There are three main types of duck calls. You have wood, which produce a low volume raspy sound; acrylic, which produce a high pitch, high volume sound, which is mainly used for competition calling; or polycarbonate, which is a combination of both wood and acrylic sound, and is normally cheaper, which hunters normally like, so those are good sellers. There's three components to a duck call: the mouthpiece, where the air is inserted, the barrel, and the reed. When placing, a good way to practice placing your lips to the duck call is pretending like you're drinking out of a bottle of Coke or a bottle of any sort. You want to put your mouth on the duck call like this. What this does is it helps you restrict the air that you put into the duck call, and overall it gives you a better sound. Now, when air is inserted into the duck call, the sound travels over the reed and exits the barrel. When the air travels over the reed, it causes the reed to vibrate, therefore producing the sound of a quack. The biggest mistake made by beginners is blowing into a duck call. They use their throat to get their air. But really you want to use your diaphragm, which will produce more dense, warm air that will last longer throughout the call. A good way to practice this is pretend like you're trying to fog up your glasses by blowing into your hand like this. That produces warm, dense air that will produce a better quack. A good way of practicing how not to do it is pretend like you're blowing on your food that's hot, or just blowing period. You want to go like this. That produces less dense, cool air that will produce a quack that doesn't sound as good. Once you've got down retrieving the air from your diaphragm, you want to practice your basic quack. Now, how to do this, you want to say the word "ut" into the mouthpiece. The word "ut" is just used as a reference of the air that comes out of your diaphragm. You don't really want to say "ut." A good way to practice this is flipping the duck call over to where the barrel is facing you and saying this into the barrel. Also, this would be good for if you're practicing, say, in your house or dorm room like me, and you don't want to get people angry at you for blowing your duck calls. Once you've got it down, saying "ut" into the barrel, you can flip it over and practice into the mouthpiece, like this. Now, once you want to get the basic quack down to an art. Once you've got this down, you can move on to cadences such as what you'd use in a lonesome hen or a greeting call. Now, these are effective because you're not just going to be wanting to quack at ducks all the time, because that'll just get boring for them and they'll not want to come to you. A good way to practice doing a cadence would be doing a 3-quack combo to the tune of 3 Blind Mice, like I'll do an example of that. Once you practice that and got it down, you can move on to the third and most effective call, I think. It's called the feed chuckle. The feed chuckle will be used if a duck is on the water or in a field and has found rice or corn that other ducks need to come eat. A good way to practice this is saying "ticka" into the call. But the trick is, you want to be able to say "ticka" repeatedly and get faster and faster with it. The faster you can say "ticka" and repeatedly do it, the more effective your feed chuckle will be. Here's an example of a feed chuckle. Now, don't expect to be able to do that first try, because it took me many, many months of practicing before I could even just do a regular old ticka. Today's presentation, I hope you have learned different types, different uses, and how to properly be successful when using a duck call. But the biggest piece of advice I can give anybody that's just learning would be practice, 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 because that's the only way you're going to get good at it.